Hello everyone, welcome to Slns Ias Academy's Daily Current Affairs. This is Dr. Pavani Reddy. So let us see all the important articles in the current affairs. Starting with the first important article, we have the constitutional morality. So this topic is very important for us for the UPSC mains. Okay, so constitutional morality has been coined by the British historian George Grote. Okay, so what is this concept basically? So not only in the books but the constitutional philosophy, the fundamentals written in the constitution must be used in the daily governance. So that is the main concept of the constitutional morality. So the constitution must be followed in the both letter and in spirit. So that is the concept of constitutional morality. Okay, so this concept will enhance or uphold the constitutionalism. What is meant by constitutionalism? So the constitutionalism proposes the limited government. Limited government. So it says that the constitution is supreme and the government is under it. Okay, so the will of the constitution is supreme than the will of the government. So whenever the will of government is inferior to the constitution, so the government will listen or will adhere to the principles of constitution. So that is the main theory or main philosophy of the constitutionalism. So that is why it is very important. Why? Because it prevents the abuse of power and protects the citizens' liberties. Okay, so it will control the government and it enhances the citizens' liberties. That is why constitutionalism is very important. So the will of constitution is superior to the will of the government, right? So how is this mentioned in the constitution? So we have number 1, the fundamental rights, which are mentioned in the articles 12 to 35. Okay, so the fundamental rights are included on the resolution of the INC, Indian National Congress, under Sardar Vallabhbhai Patel. Sardar Vallabhbhai Patel. So this resolution has been included while the drafting of the constitution. The second important one where we see the constitutional morality is the directive principles of state policy. In which articles? Articles 36 to 51. And we have the preamble, which is the introductory part of the constitution, okay, or it is nicknamed as the ID card, etc. So in the preamble also we see the constitutional morality, right? And the last important one is the fundamental duties. Okay, so where they are mentioned under article 51A. Okay, so in these important areas we see the constitutional morality where we see the will of constitution is supreme, right? So according to Dr. B.R. Ambedkar, so he says that it is essential for peaceful working of a democratic constitution. So for country like India, where we have the most populous democratic country, we require constitutional morality so that we can function effectively with the peace, right? So what are the important Supreme Court cases we have to remember? So number 1, we have the Krishnamurthy versus Shivakumar in 2015. So this case emphasizes the constitutional morality. So we can use this judgments in the answer writing as well, right? The second important case is the Justice K.S. Puttaswamy versus Union of India case in 2018. So this is the case where we have got the right to privacy as the fundamental right. So this case also emphasized, this judgment also emphasized the supremacy of the constitution. And the third important one is the Navtej Singh Jowar versus the Union of India case 2018. So these are the important cases you need to remember. So coming to the next important one, we have the ICGS. So Indian Coast Guard. So the ICG Guard ship Ajit as well as the Aparijit. So these two are the Coast Guard ships which are launched by the ICG, Indian Coast Guard. Okay, so these ships are the 7th and 8th in series of 8 indigenously. So made in India series of 8. So till now 8 vessels of fast patrol vessels have been launched by the ICG. So Indian Coast Guard. Right. So who built this? So it is built by the Goa Shipyard Limited. Okay. So it is capable of multi-mission roles. So it is used for the fisheries protection. So to control the smuggling activities. Okay, so for search and rescue operation. And also to safeguard the coastline up to the exclusive economic zone. So that is up to 200 nautical miles. So it is a fast patrol vessel which is launched in the series of 8 indigenously made. So these are the 7th and 8th vessels. So this article is very important for us in the prelims point of view. So these are the important facts we need to remember regarding this article, right? So the next important one, we have the Swami Investment Fund. So what is the full form of Swami? The special window for affordable and mid-housing fund. Okay, so you need to remember that this is for affordable and mid-housing fund. So it is not for the rich and the luxurious housing fund. So what are the details? Let us go into the details. So this investment fund was set up in 2019. Okay. So what is the aim or purpose of this fund is to help the stressed real estate projects. Okay. So by providing the debt financing, so where it will provide for interest rate of minimum charges, okay. So on the promise of repayment, they are going to provide the interest for minimum rates. Okay. So only to the projects which are stressed or stalled. Stalled means because of some financial stress, they have stopped functioning. So some buildings will be constructed, will be started and will be stopped in the middle of the construction due to the financial stress. So they are called as the stalled housing projects. So this fund is for such type of stressed real estate housing projects. So this is one important thing you need to remember. And other is, this fund is registered with the SEBI, Securities Exchange Board of India, under category 2 of the alternate investment fund. Okay, so this point is important for us in the prelims, right? Then who is sponsoring this fund? It is the Ministry of Finance under the Government of India. So the sponsor is Finance Ministry, and who is managing it? So it is the SBI Cap Ventures Limited. Okay, so SBI Cap Ventures Limited is managing this Swami Investment Fund. What is the eligibility criteria for someone to apply for this fund? So it must be registered under the Real Estate Regulation Development Act 2016. Okay, so the real estate firm must be registered under 2016 Act and it should be classified as NPA. What is NPA? Non-performing asset. So this real estate firm must be classified as a NPA or a insolvency. Okay, so under the insolvency proceedings, so this is also declared as the stalled or delayed project. So the constructions are classified or declared as stalled or the delayed project, right? So this fund is also considered as the lender to the last resort. So it is the final chance given for the housing projects, okay, for the suddenly stopped housing projects, right? So one more thing you need to remember in this article is this must be falling under the affordable mid-income housing categories. So without this eligibility criteria, this fund will not be given, right? So this article is very important for us for our prelims. So the next important article is the CMS 03 satellite. Okay, so the CMS 03 satellite is a military communication satellite launched by the ISRO. Okay, Indian Space Research Organization, ISRO. Okay, so what is the launch vehicle or the rocket used? It is the launch vehicle Mark III. Generally, this Mark LVM vehicles will be used for heavy weight satellites. Okay, so it is used LVM 3. Okay, so what is the aim or the purpose? So it aims to give us sharper connectivity and higher bandwidth support for civil, strategic, maritime communication network. Okay, so this will enhance the accuracy and the fastness of the connectivity, right? So what is the weight? So we already said that LVM is used for heavy satellites. So the weight is 4,400 kilograms. Okay, so it will be the ISRO's heaviest communication satellite. So this is very, very important for us in the prelims point of view. So it is the ISRO's heaviest communication satellite. So this satellite will give us the enhanced services within the oceanic region around the Indian landmass. So it is a communication satellite which is also going to give us the clear picture surrounding the Indian Ocean landmass. Okay. So the satellite will be placed in the geosynchronous transfer orbit. So the satellite will be in sync with the Earth's orbit. Okay. So these are the important facts you need to remember about the CMS 03 satellite. Next important article, we have the national song. So recently, Prime Minister has called upon the citizens to commemorate the 150 years of our national song, which is Vande Mataram. Okay, so when did we adopt it? So on January 24th, 1915, so the Constituent Assembly has adopted the Vande Mataram as the national song. Okay, so when we adopted this song, the then President Rajendra Prasad stated that this song must be treated equally along with the national anthem. What is the national anthem? Janagana Mana. So along with Janagana Mana, even the national song must be treated equally. This was told by the then President Rajendra Prasad, right? So however, in the constitution there is no mention regarding the national song. Okay, so this is also very important point with regarding to the prelims question, right? So in the constitution we never had any mention regarding the national song. So who has written this song? So it is written in the novel Anandamat, which came in 1882. Okay, so who is the author? It is the Bankim Chandra Chattopadhyay is the author of this novel Anandamat. So this Anandamat novel has taken inspiration from the Sannyasi rebellion, which happened in the 18th century, and also regarding the 1857 revolt. Okay, so this was first recited by Rabindranath Tagore in 1896 during the annual session of the INC. What is INC? Indian National Congress. So which was founded in 1885, where the party workers meet for the annual sessions every year. So during the annual session in 1896, Rabindranath Tagore has recited this song. So this poem was written in Bengal and the Sanskrit. Okay, so in 1937, the Indian National Congress adopted the first two stanzas as the national song. So when we considered it as a national song in 1937. So this point is also very important. So Sri Aurobindo, who is a freedom fighter, so he translated this one into English in the Karma Yoga in 1909, and B.D. Paluskar and Ravi Shankar popularized the musical renditions. So these are the important personalities, these three personalities who made the song very famous, right? So these are the important facts regarding the national song. So these are the important articles for today. So let us continue our discussion in the next coming class. Thank you.